Not interested in hanging out with the other kids? Snacks not to your taste? Hot spring? None of the above, huh? I heard you were the one who cleansed the abyssal power yesterday. I was hoping to keep it a secret.
Who? Me?
Yes, you. Come on.
Hey,
Just going to get some air. You have fun. We'll be right back. Oh, and there are extra snacks in that...
all right. Sounds...
Mualani,
Yeah?
you've gotten so tall. You know that. Feels like just yesterday you were that rambunctious kid causing trouble all around the hot springs. It's like all that time passed in the blink of an eye. Tell me, how are your parents?
They're away on business. Seriously, Ateo, what's going on? You're acting strange. Traveler, did something happen? Both of you seem...
I guess I should explain. I wasn't visiting the hot springs because I was getting better. And that pylon yesterday, I didn't go face it by myself because I was reckless or too anxious to wait for reinforcements. It's because my body isn't going to last much longer. Your friend saved my life in that cave, and because of that, I got to enjoy the celebration with you all. But I'm just a few days shy of the end. The hot springs... I'm just trying to enjoy them for as long as I have left.
Oh.
Mualani?
That better not happen again, whether I'm here to catch you or not. That's what you said back at the artificial spring. I had a bad feeling then, but I didn't want it to be true. I wanted to believe you were actually recovering.
You want to know something? Recovery, death, to me, the two aren't all that different. You've never been resurrected, so you might not understand. But death and... I lived with regret for a long time. Regret that my illness meant I could no longer take to the front lines, especially as our nation slid deeper into crisis. But yesterday, I was finally able to let go of that regret. Not only because I found the strength to fight the abyss, even at the end of my life, but because I got to see you in action, Mualani. Seeing you out there, it made me realize that I don't need to worry about our tribe or our nation's future. You have the capacity to bring us all together. Even if I was never injured, old age would still take me one day. But I've done what I needed to do. The future is in your hands now. Just remember, whether in life or death, I am always with you.
I understand. Seems like you've given... I'll do everything in my power to protect our tribe, our nation, and live good.
Oh, and if any of you have the chance to meet with the Archon, could you give this to her for me? A talisman I've carried with me my whole life. It may seem strange to say while I'm still alive, but just think of it as a relic I'm leaving for her. It's brought me good fortune in battle. Even after I became too sick to fight, I never took it off. Just tell her it embodies fond memories and my strength of will. She'll know what I'm trying to say.
Don't worry. We'll make sure she gets it.
All right. That's all I wanted to say. Let's head back to the party. No use spending what little time I have left being sad.
Traveler, Atea, Mualani! If you don't hurry up, there...
Excuse me, what did I say about bathing in the hot springs on a full stomach? Life is a journey in which there's no turning back. So forge ahead and don't hold back. Good roll. Alright, maybe I'll take one more day off, and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you?
Feels like a whole new Paimon after those 2 days in the hot springs. The abyss kind of threw a wrench in our relaxation, though. Still, spending time here really has felt like a vacation. The Kaholosaurs are so nice and so fun to play with. Their bellies are super bouncy. Oh, and Atea's snacks were so delicious. She's yelling at some kids who got caught throwing stones in the hot springs, so not much has changed since we first met her.
Hey, you guys. Sleep well last night?
Yep, this area is so nice.
Glad you like it. I was thinking of taking you guys out to do some sea fishing. Later tonight, we can eat whatever we catch. Fresh fish is absolutely delicious right off the grill.
Hey, Moalani!
Yeah? What do you need?
The team sent out to fight in the Night Warden Wars has returned.
And Kachina? Is she back as...
Kachina... But don't worry, the team was victorious, so the rite of resurrection will be held in the stadium soon.
That's a relief. The Abyss is cunning, and it was her first time.
Exactly. She deserves to hold her head up high.
Alright, thanks for letting me know. We'll head out in a bit. Jeez, she sounded a little anxious there.
Milani, you said the Abyss was cunning just now, but it seems like the Abyss just wants to destroy everything. Like, think about all those monsters that attacked your tribe. If there really was some sort of cunning plan, wouldn't it make more sense to send them to attack Kachina and her small team? Not that Paimon wants them to be in any more danger, it's just...
Relax, I get it. At a glance, it certainly seems like the only goal is total destruction. But through our long history of fighting the Abyss, we've realized things aren't quite so simple. 500 years ago, the Abyss invaded Tevat. You know about that. That's right. Conria suffered greatly during that time. But so did every other nation in Tevat. And NATLAN was the worst affected of all. It took the combined efforts of the then Pyro Archon and heroes from every tribe to finally repel the Abyss. Even so, the effects of the invasion lingered for hundreds of years, only able to be reversed little by little. Our tribe's waters were contaminated. The Children of Echo's territory was overrun by dangerous sludge surging from... It was like each disaster was designed for a specific tribe. Exactly. We once thought that the Abyss's desire for destruction... We now believe the Abyss has invaded the Night Kingdom, and has the capacity to read the memories of this land at any given moment.
And that's how it became so dangerous and cunning.
Yes, and that's why we've been unable to fully eradicate it, even after all this time. Luckily, the problems left behind by the Abyss have been successfully addressed by the various Pyro Archons we've had over the years. Now every tribe is prospering and things are looking up. I mean, just look at what we managed to do a few days ago. We totally fought them off.
You must have had to sacrifice a lot to get to this point.
Every battle, every sacrifice is in pursuit of a future where we get to stop fighting. Responsibility, duty, unavoidable burden. Everyone in NATLAN views the war differently. But I believe we will be rid of the Abyss one day. And the efforts of all who fought against them will become a story for the ages. To think that my name could survive in ballads passed down to future generations, it's kind of romantic. Everyone has something that drives them forward, you know? Anyway, let's head to the stadium. Our fishing trip can wait until Kachina's back with us. The sea's not going in.
I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Take it easy. it easy.
Of course. No one's gonna miss out on the chance to... Kachina's gonna be so flustered. She's never had this many eyes on her before.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like the kind of person who...
Looks like I'm just in time.
Kenichi!
Yeah, a commission ran longer than expected, but I made it. I heard about the incident with your tribe, Mualani.
Yeah, it's all taken care of. Our new friend here's got
Hey, look! Is it about to start?
That's right. Someone will... Come on, let's find a spot with a good... Let's go somewhere high...
Warriors of NATLAN, heed the call of life. We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is NATLAN's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
I could not find Kachina within the Night Kingdom, or locate her ancient name.
What?
What does that even mean?
Usually once the ode is complete, the Pyro Archon and resurrected person will emerge from the flames. But something went wrong.
What's going on? This has never happened before.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Clearly, the team sent to fight the Abyss didn't win after all. Think about it. The Ode rekindles all victors. We've witnessed it countless times. Since the Archon couldn't find Kachina in the Night Kingdom, that must mean there's more to this victory than meets the eye.
Hey! You just haven't gotten over the fact that Kachina beat you in the pilgrimage!
Pathetic. The both of you.
Your wild guesses are misplaced. We completed our mission.
Maybe you did, but who's to say whether that little girl even contributed at all? Maybe she got scared and ran off. Why would the YUP recognize someone like her, even if she was on the winning team?
How dare you insult a hero of NATLAN like that? Kachina sacrificed herself to repel the Abyss. She doesn't deserve to be subjected to your vile rumors when she's not even here to defend herself.
Calm down, Mualani. There's no point arguing with the likes of them.
I can't just sit here and let them slander her like that.
To insult a hero of NATLAN, the person actually has to be a hero.
You...
Think about it, everyone. Who do you think is really at fault here? A girl who never should have even gone to war? Or the great Pyro Archon? Why would the rules of our nation suddenly stop working?
That's true. If she wasn't revived, it must mean she failed to achieve victory. Maybe the YUP interpret victory in different ways?
I mean, That girl didn't look all that strong to me.
Kachina wouldn't have run! That's not like her at all!
No! She's been waiting for this moment for too long. No matter how daunting the situation, no matter how scared she might feel, she's always the first person to stand up and face it head on. We don't even know what happened. So don't you dare try to use this as an excuse to vent your anger or slander her reputation.
Fine. We'll find out what happens soon enough. Then, we'll see who truly deserves glory.
That's enough. There is no doubt about today's victory, or Kachina's part in it. She is a hero worthy of our admiration and celebration. However, the failure of today's ceremony is undeniable. Kachina has not been rekindled, and I offer you all my deepest apology. Continue to investigate this matter. To prevent further casualties, I have decided to suspend the pilgrimage until this matter is resolved.
What?
No one is all-knowing. No one is infallible, not even myself. But doubt is a means by which we seek the truth, not a weapon we wield against others.
I didn't mean it that way, Archon. I just...
If there are things you wish to clarify, then ask me directly. Doubt my answer if you wish, but now's your chance. You have concerns? State them.
No, of course not.
Even though I have said nothing to change your mind, then it would seem the truth never mattered to you at all.
That guy doesn't even have the courage to answer the Pyro Archon's question. So much for all that glory talk earlier.
I have a question, Archon. My friend Kachina. Do you have any idea where she is? It's extremely important to me. I know you said you were investigating the situation, but I'm sorry, that's not enough.
I've already shared everything I know. If you want to learn the truth and rescue your friend sooner, you should join the investigation. So, what do you say?
Of course I'll join.
In that case, come see me in the speaker's chamber.
We should join them.
Oh, and if it's not too much trouble, could you drop by as well, Traveler? I'd like to have a chat. Rest assured, everyone, I'll keep the tribal chiefs informed on the progress of the investigation. The situation is urgent, so I'll get straight to the point. Kachina is undoubtedly a hero of NATLAN, and I'm deeply sorry this happened to her. There's been unrest in the Night Kingdom, but I don't know what's causing it. As a result, I've been unable to track down her location. Until we find and address the cause, the Ode of Resurrection will continue to be ineffective.
And that means Kachina won't be able to come back?
That's correct. Not until the problem with the Night Kingdom is resolved.
How long will that take?
It's hard to say.
Kachina always dreamed of fighting the Abyss, of doing her part to defend NATLAN. She wasn't afraid of death because she knew, if it came down to it, the Pyro Archon would be there to bring her back to life. Whenever we sat down together, exhausted from training, she would always hum the Ode of Resurrection. She was supposed to come back to us. We were supposed to hug her and celebrate with her and share her joy. We supported her every step of the way, but what are we supposed to do now? Sit peacefully and wait for her return? Lose ourselves in grief over her death? Tell me, are we her friends? Or her murderers?
That's not fair, Mualani.
It's all right. I understand your rage and your grief. Kachina's life means a great deal to me, Mualani. Believe me, I want to bring her back as soon as possible. I would give you that peace of mind if I could. But please, hear what I have to say so I can at least give you a broader picture of the issue we are now facing. Considering the recent attack on your tribe, I believe the Abyss has found a new means of undermining the rules of our nation.
You mean...
The Sacred Flame. The foundation of our resistance against the Abyss. If we continue to hold the pilgrimage and send teams to fight the Abyss, there will likely be more casualties. But if we stop altogether, the Sacred Flame will only grow weaker. The Abyss will scale up their attacks, and the tragedy we saw with the people of the Springs will only be the first of many.
If we compare the two choices, the former seems to be the lesser of two evils. Sorry, I know that may sound harsh, but I bear the name Malipo. Weighing the costs is my duty. The raw truth can be cruel. But we need to understand it if we want to approach this rationally.
But what would you say, Mualani? This is personal for you. And unlike Kanich, I dare say it's not a simple case of weighing up which course of action is less painful, is it?
No. I can't choose between them, and I don't want to. Saying that one is preferable over the other is disrespectful to the people who suffered.
You're saying it doesn't matter whether I suspend the pilgrimage. The consequences will be equally painful.
Yes. What happened to Kachina breaks my heart. But I couldn't bring myself to sacrifice other people for her sake.
And that is the crux of the problem. It's not simply a matter of choosing the lesser of two evils. Either way, there will be people who suffer. And the end result will be the same. Belief in the pilgrimage will waver. Once doubt has crept in, the people will no longer unite in battle against the Abyss. And that is exactly what the Abyss wants. Their ultimate goal isn't to break the rules that make the Ode of Resurrection work. It's to destroy the people's faith in them. To prevent what happened to Kachina from happening to anyone else, we need to suspend the pilgrimage. So that is my current plan. And in the meantime, I've made efforts to strengthen each tribe's defenses. Then, we have to find another way of strengthening the Sacred Flame to keep the Abyss at bay. This won't be easy. I'll need time to figure out the best approach. I understand your anger, Mualani, but I hope that provided some clarity, at least.
Wow. Paimon thought things were gonna get heated for a second, but the Pyro Archon took the time to explain everything so patiently.
I owe you an apology, Archon. I let myself get carried away earlier, and I'm sorry.
We could always hold the pilgrimage without sending a team to fight in the Night Warden Wars. That way, we would still be able to fuel the Sacred Flame.
I've considered that, but the two events have nearly always been linked. Without the chance to fight the Abyss, pilgrimage rankings lose their prestige, and competitor numbers will drop. With fewer participants, the amount of contending fire produced will decrease, and the vicious cycle will continue indefinitely.
So, essentially, the Abyss is taking Kachina hostage.
You've learned about the concept of ley lines during your travels, yes? The Night Kingdom is staying there for a short period of time shouldn't have an effect on the person. But with the Abyss in the picture, your sense of self will be devoured, until eventually you become one with the sea of soul. Imagine pouring a cup of water into a rushing river. You can try to scoop up another cup, but there's no chance it will be the same water you had before. I won't sugarcoat it. That is the danger Kachina is currently facing.
Just like you said, Archon, both of these problems need to be addressed. You can focus all your efforts on dealing with the Sacred Flame. I will go search for Kachina.
The Abyss poses the same threat to you as it does to her. It is very
Kachina's waiting for us to rescue her. That's all that matters.
I failed to protect her during our campaign, but I can make it up to her now. I choose to go as well.
Traveler? What do you think?
Understood. Then I'll support you in any way I can. The Masters of the Nightwind have a technique that can extract an ancient name from the ley lines. If we can find Kachina's ancient name, I can use the link between them to pinpoint her position within the Night Kingdom. Then comes the hard part. You need to visit the Night Kingdom in person and rescue her.
But isn't the Night Kingdom a land of souls? Can we even go there?
Under normal circumstances, only the consciousness can enter. But there is a way to go there in person. However, know that the Night Kingdom will attempt to repel you, and the Abyss certainly won't leave you be.
That's fine by me.
Same here. Fighting the Abyss is nothing new for me.
So, Paimon's the only one who's scared? Well, if you're going, Traveler, Paimon's going too.
Seat Lolly of the Masters of the Nightwind once created an artifact that can be used to communicate with the Wyab. We call it the Spirit Speaker Stone. It was originally used as a ceremonial artifact wielded by the tribal chiefs.
That was the artifact I delivered to the Scions of the Canopy a few days ago. Didn't think I'd be hearing about it again so soon.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
Your thanks are unnecessary. I will offer you what Besides, you're the ones helping me. I can only... Traveler, I certainly didn't expect our first conversation to be so serious. I've heard all about your accomplishments. Ever since you arrived, I've been hoping to meet you and offer you NATLAN's highest level of hospitality.
Why?
Why? Is that not what happened in the other nations you visited?
Yeah, things were pretty complicated at the start. And, you know, in the middle. But our reputation's...
That's more like it. After all, I've heard perhaps even more than you can imagine. But we can talk about that some other time. Ideally, this would be the perfect night for a drink and some musical ambiance.
Oh, I almost forgot. Atea was wounded in the fight against the Abyss. She wanted us to give this to you. It embodies fond memories and my strength of will. That's what she asked us to tell you. She said you'd know what that means.
I didn't think this day would come so soon. The flames of her life force. I can feel them flowing within the talisman. If things were different, the two of us could have enjoyed the hot springs together while she gave this to me in person. We're supposed to be hot spring buddies after all. But don't worry. This talisman...
You said you didn't want to jeopardize the production of contending fire.
You're right. Even now, the production of contending fire is far from sufficient. The gradual corrosion caused by the Abyss has resulted in a massive shortage of pyro energy, and we're currently at the breaking point. As things stand, the pilgrimage is a lost cause. Suspending it allows us to save our strength to defend the tribes. The Abyss has brought catastrophe to NATLAN, and Kachina's disappearance in the Night Kingdom is a direct consequence of that.
We can't let the general public know.
No. If the public learned that NATLAN's destruction was close at hand, there would be immense panic. But if I said nothing at all, they would have continued to question the integrity of NATLAN's heroes.
Another simple choice. The latter was clearly the better solution.
I have never subscribed to the belief that the right choice is the one with the fewest sacrifices. Let's go. There's still a way for the sacred flame to last.
You mean?
Yes. The sacred flame must never go out. Not only does it strike fear in the abyss, but it's also the pillar of NATLAN's stability. So until our heroes are ready, I will sacrifice my power to keep it burning.
But that can only last so long. I think we should focus on the remaining ancient name-bearers.
Don't let desperation cloud your judgment. Those chosen by the Wyeb have already embarked on their destined path. It is for them to decide how that journey ends, not us. All we can do is support them.
Even so, for you to make this sacrifice...
If not me, then who? No other is capable of sustaining the sacred flame. I possess great strength, but I'm not above my people. This is part of my duty.
Archon! It's the Fatui!
The Archon of NATLAN. A force to be reckoned with. The secret of the ley lines is no secret to me. Long have they been destined for ruin. And since the oath made 5 centuries ago remains unfulfilled, what use is the Gnosis in your hands?
I don't know what you mean. But it sounds like this is about more than the Tsaritsa.
In times of crisis, someone must pick up the mantle of salvation. Your plan has reached an impasse, and now it falls to me to create new rules for NATLAN. But before the dawn of a new age, the old must be destroyed.
I assume that's the end of your speech? Good. People like us. Let our flames do the talking! Masters of the Night Wind. Send word. The captain and his followers must be apprehended.
Are you alright, Archon?
He was a formidable opponent. Exactly what I would expect from the first of the Fatui Harbingers.
I never imagined someone could match you in combat. If the Tsaritsa sent him here, why would he bring up what happened 5 centuries ago?
Yeah. And how much does he know about NATLAN?
The Harbingers are all driven by their own personal goals. The only purpose that unites them is collecting the Gnosis. But I'm sure the captain has his own reasons for being here as well.
Whatever his motive, we should shift our focus to the Fatui. If they attack again, and we're not prepared, we're done for.
No, we're running out of time. The wound I inflicted should hold him back and weaken him for the time being. Besides, I'm sure you noticed, the power that came to his rescue just now came from the Masters of the Nightwind.
In other words, there are traitors among us.
Not necessarily. This could prove to be a very valuable turn of events. When we exchanged final blows, I sensed an unusual presence within him. I'll need to investigate further. Kanich, go to the Masters of the Nightwind and look into who could have aided the captain. Speak to Sitlali. She should know.
Of course, I'll head out right now. Do you still intend to...
Yes. NATLAN's strength has never rested solely in its Archon. Together we foresaw the only path that leads to our nation's future. We must trust in that vision now.
Is everything okay, Archon?
Completely fine. Just lamenting the fact that I never got a picture when I could still turn my hair into flames. Too late now. I just hope the others have a safe journey.
What's happening at the stadium? Did something explode?
It feels like the Archon unleashed her power.
Should we go back and check what's...
Have faith in the Archon.
Once we find Kachina's ancient name, we'll head right...
Okay, let's just keep climbing.
Take it easy.
What can you tell us about the scions of the canopy?
The tribe's people are very adventurous.
Oh, kinda like us then.
I'm not so sure. You don't strike me as the type to enjoy danger. The scions of the canopy are a bunch of thrill seekers. They love extreme sports like rock climbing, rappelling, volcano parkour, or even bungee jumping without a rope while a Yunkasaur stands at the edge and uses its tongue to catch them. Sound like something you'd be interested in?
Okay, that does sound different from our usual adventures. Paimon's not doing any of that. She can just cheer you on from the sidelines.
That's Waina, the tribal chief. Let's head over to him. Nice to see you again, Waina. I'm afraid we don't have time for pleasantries, so I'll get right to it.
Whoa, hold on a second. At least tell me why you need it first.
My friend Kachina is trapped within the Night Kingdom. We need the stone to find her ancient name and rescue her.
Rescue her? From the Night Kingdom?
That's right.
I'm sorry, but someone needs to tell you what you don't want to hear. Go in there. A mature warrior would never make such a foolish decision. The nature of battle is unpredictable. You never know how it's going to end. Losing a friend is tragic, but when that happens, the best thing you can do...
I appreciate what you're trying to say, Chief Waina. But if the price of maturity is abandoning a friend in need,
I thought you might say that.
Is something wrong, Waina? Life isn't complete without taking risks.
It's nothing. The Night Kingdom, if you're that determined, far be it from me to stop you.
Thank you.
Huh. Seems like you two go way back.
Oh, Chaska's a peacekeeper, so she's famous throughout the tribes. She's always her younger sister Quichi's always hanging around our tribe, too. She's helped us out.
Oh, you have a younger
Yes, I'll introduce you to her, but let's get back to business. Waina, how do we use...
As you probably know, your intended destination is completely different from the real world. The Night Kingdom is like a river flowing with concepts. In that sense, the stone is like a fishing boat drifting down the river. But the boat alone...
We couldn't do that ourselves.
With a little practice, I'm sure you could. You have the strength and the...
Who?
Vichama, a legendary warrior. And he's got a keen eye and a well-honed intuition. Even his ancient name means...
Vichama?
He's one of Auntie Atea's hot spring buddies. I've heard stories. Where can we find him?
Ever since Malco passed, he spends most of his...
Thank you.
Good luck.
Someone admiring this. Hello there, are you Vichana?
That's me. Did you need something? What? You're saying you can bring someone back from the Night Kingdom? No, if you really think about it.
Are you okay?
Everything's fine. After I help you find Kachina's ancient name.
Your friend? Oh, why not mention something?
Yes, but I'd rather not get in.
That's not a problem.
Yeah. Since you're
Then we're agreed. I see. From what I can tell, once the connection is established, the Abyss will come surging through the opening like a predator honing in on the scent of blood. So we have...
Wow, you got all that.
I just picked up on the basics, really. I still have no... I'll go find an open area and...
We'll go right away.
First, I'll need some hook ropes. Pretty much every store around here carries them, so no need...
Wait, are you saying you're going to use a real net to catch Kachina's ancient name?
By creating something tangible in our world, like a net...
Oh, I see.
Right. I need two chunks of obsidian. Once we bring the ancient names into our... Normally, you can only get obsidian from the children.
Gotcha!
Alright, let's split up. See that clearing? Oh, and...
What do you think, Chaska?
There's no need.
I appreciate it. Anyway, it'll take some time to set everything...
What an odd guy. He seems so defeated, but also really invested in the stone at the same time.
I don't have any more... Hang on, So, do you have any
Hook ropes? As in rock climbing equipment?
Yes. How much for your...
Oh, the whole thing?
Deal.
Wait.
What, you want me to
Oh, no problem at all. I'll even pass along some information on the house. These ropes are... All right. That's everything. Here you go.
Now we need the obsidian. Let's go talk to the traveling merchant.
Excuse me, do you sell obsidian?
Why, yes.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Relax. Everything.
I know, it's just... Kachina always...
Well, would you look at that? I did bring an extra. Here you go, young lady.
Perfect! Thank you.
If you hadn't, here you go. How's he doing?
Do you know what happened?
I heard about it in passing while I was out drinking. Malco was an amazing fighter, capable of knocking out multiple opponents in a single. 5 years ago, they both emerged, but on the eve of battle, the Abyss launched an attack.
Then what happened?
The team agreed that he couldn't. Vichama didn't argue. He knew going to the front. It's just... Malco and the others ended up facing hordes of abyssal monsters in numbers that far exceeded anyone's expectations. The team made an error. Vichama went into a deep depression after that. He blames himself for everything. Oh, you're not right. I've checked. The abyss is... Anyway.
Did you get everything?
Yep, it's all here.
I've made all the necessary adjustments. As agreed, I'll help you. Go ahead. After Malco fell, I scoured. If I had been... I've always...
But the Pyro Archon...
There might not... Alright. Let's get to it. Make sure you prepare yourselves for battle.
Look at that golden thing! It must be one of those fragments Vichama mentioned. Let's get closer! Whoa, monsters incoming! Watch out, everyone!
Busted. Shine down. Let's light it up. Quiet now. Game's up. Time's over. Teamwork is dreamwork. Illusion shattered. There is no escape. Busted. Barbados. Guide us. Inazuma shines eternal. Illusion Shatter them! I'm going in! Here comes the cat.
Gutsy. How much longer, Vichama?
Not long. We're getting close.
Take it easy.
Vichama!
Quick, take it! I found Kachina's ancient name. Hang in there, Malco. Just a little longer.
Something's not right.
The abyss is corroding his body.
I should have died 5 years ago. I just need a little more time. Please, I'm almost there. Thank you.
Whoa, watch out! The power of the abyss is strong.
This power.
Hanging in there?
Malco. No! Why can't I find it?
We can't wait any longer. Pull him away from this.
I already tried, but the power of the abyss has a minute.
In that case, we have no choice. Get back!
Chaco, wait!
Ouch! What happened just now?
The stone's power was spiraling out of control. You were all caught in the shockwave of the explosion.
Give us a heads up next time, will you?
I thought I said to get back.
Yeah, barely a second before you made it go.
Okay.
At least Kachina's ancient name is still in one piece. Vichama!
Vichama!
I couldn't find Malco. Once your ancient name disappears, there's no coming back. And now...
Vichama.
I'm sure he's heard enough condolences over...
Huh? What's that?
This is...
Hey, Malcolm, not enough to swing a sword. To say a few last words. I never thought I'd actually die on this mission. Guess I have something to be thankful for then. Pisak. Maybe you're right. Vichama. Don't be sad. Just keep on living. For the both of us.
Was that?
Seems like we were able to salvage something.
Of course. See, but...
A deeper...
Malco was always the type to put on a brave face. For all these years...
Vichama!
I'm fine. When you asked for my... But... Once allowed to fester, guilt strips us of our most valuable qualities as warriors. In that sense, we might as well choose the brave. If I could do it all over again, I would have fought that way. Even if the outcome stayed the same, there are critical junctures in life. That's something I had to learn in hindsight.
Thank you, Vichama. I promised I would find her, and...
That's good to hear.
Once abyssal corrosion enters the body, a portion will fuse itself to your internal organs. Even though thanks to him, though, you were only briefly exposed. Slowing your breathing and controlling... Just speaking from experience.
Anyway, we've recovered Kachin.
Koichi, are you really gonna just stand?
I think you know exactly what I'm...
Honestly, it's just one... They're back.
Koichi?
Don't play dumb with your own... My apologies, everyone.
I'll be just a moment.
Who is that?
Koichi, Chaska's younger sister. Although the two aren't actually related by blood, it's not really my story to tell, but she was afflicted with a rare disease when she was a child, and abandoned in the wild as a result. That strength of will pushed her to survive, but it also planted a seed of conflict within her. Eventually, she was adopted by the...
For some reason, Paimon can totally...
Well, when Chaska finally returned to human society, it was Koichi's parents who adopted her. At the time...
Ah, I remember those days. Eventually, it sounds like she still argues with Koichi, though. Don't siblings...
That's partly my...
Oh, I get it.
I'm all for your adventure. Still...
All right, it's just the two of us now.
I don't have anything to say. You don't have...
That attitude is exactly the problem. It's like you don't care.
Well, technically I am going abroad.
Again with the... We agreed, didn't we? But a trip to the...
What do you mean, sneak into the place?
You bought off Uncle Wina, didn't
you? Feel like you went back on...
Oh.
This is important.
You don't know that?
All right, whatever. Time out.
Chaska doesn't sound...
Then...
But the person...
That's a different issue.
I've also...
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. All right, let's stop this here.
Is that a threat? That sounds like a...
Koichi!
So...
Then support me.
So... That...
You two are...
Something you wanted to say?
I know you aren't related, but...
Really?
You know, I said that very... It's not my place to get...
Thank you.
Anytime. According to...
If only Tone Gift Box...
It might be in a few more pieces than you remember.
Huh? I see. Still, Lale's going to be a nightmare to deal with. Now, stay safe out there in the Night Kingdom, okay?
Kachina's ancient...
Well, it's fairly
The Fatui again? Wait,
But what if the Fatui finds out you've lost your power?
That's why it has... Look, I wish I could offer you some sort of consolation, but still.
I can also step in on the Pyro Archon's behalf. There's a limit to what I can accomplish, but I'll help.
There's no need to be so modest, Yan-san.
Archon, I'm sorry about before. You have so much on your plate.
You have nothing to... Well, now that we have Kachina's ancient name,
what is this place? Hey, isn't that a taste?
Good eye. This is where
Wow. It looks like there are items from every tribe.
I suppose you could think of it as a hobby of sort, and physical items do a far better job of preserving those stories than our... Now, I still have some preparations to make for the ceremony. If you're curious about an item, I'm more than willing to tell you about...
Alright, we'll have a look. Whoa, that belt is bigger than Paimon's head!
The Collective of Plenty are known for their bodybuilding competitions and contests of the association, and even if a warrior had the strength to put it on, wearing it for any length of...
Sounds like it.
So the owner of the original belt, Kitera, commissioned a craftsman to make... He would often wear this version when training.
Or he made a lighter version so he could wear it up. Hey, there's a fishing rod here.
That's right. It belongs to a legend. He and I met in a tavern. He told me in his eyes,
So, did he do it?
The next time I saw him, he was covered and he managed to kill the fish, but can a fisherman claim
Well, Paimon...
That was my answer as well. In the end, he didn't...
Wait, that means you...
Maybe we can go ahead... The powder still needs some time to settle. Well, what do you think of my...
Yeah! If each item... Does every item hold a...
That's right. The items in my collection actually serve a similar purpose to the... They demonstrate the true shape...
The shape of...
Most people perceive time as a linear concept, almost like a straight line that can only move forward. But there's also a different theory, one that I believe to be closer to the truth. Namely, that...
At once?
Let's say your journey ended right now. Thinking back on your experience in each nation, which exactly, even at the end of your journey, the things you take out a portion of that journey, and you would likely make very different decisions. And eventually, the future is the same way. It exists even though it has yet to come. Of course, there are those with the power to foresee the future. They simply call it by a different name. Humanity excels at living in the present. But while the pilgrimage and the Night Warden Wars lead us only by uniting the people of NATLAN across countless eras, can we to come up with such a set of rules. The first Pyro Archon must have possessed a level of insight I can only imagine. That's correct. At first, he was a mortal man with no special power. After he ascended to the divine throne, he used it to borrow power from the heavens and establish, namely, a framework. By holding the pilgrimage, we're able to determine the strongest among us. And in addition, the sacred flame will grant them significant knowledge and memory.
So, it all comes down to the power of the divine... Wait, is that a family portrait?
Yes. That's my mother, father, younger sister, and the little saurians we raised. I turned a piece of my dad's leather armor into a canvas and commissioned a
Your sister is so cute! I'm always having a hard time thinking of an Archon as an orc. It really doesn't look like there was anything special about you before.
A little late for that question, don't you?
Sorry! I'm so sorry!
It's alright. No matter what others may say, my past becoming the Archon doesn't mean you sever ties with your family. The position just comes with a lot of responsibilities. So my father made the most delicious stew, so my sister would often bring me a large pot of his cooking, and we would sit on a blanket and eat it together. One time, we didn't close the door securely, and the saurians we were raising ran into the room and knocked over the entire... My sister immediately burst into... I still remember the way they laid there.
Wow.
Isn't that what... As the Archon?
Well, what happened after that?
I believe she ended... Anyway, that placed the ancient name up there, and then we'll begin. Surely as the echoes of life resound through heaven and earth, so too shall our stories remain eternal. Ancient name, take us to your fated bearer. Allow her to answer our call.
Am I hallucinating again?
Kachina!
Huh? I'm not seeing things.
It's okay, Kachina. It's just us.
Everyone, you have to listen to me. I've been investigating the Night Kingdom this entire time, and I figured out what's wrong. The Wyab is being affected by the Abyss. I was waiting for the Wyab to send me back, but then this really strong monster came in and it almost killed me. The Wyab saved me, even though its power is weakening. So the Night Kingdom has become a huge mess, though.
Don't listen to those sounds, Kachina. The Abyss is trying to strip you of your sanity. All you need to do is stay safe and wait for us.
It's okay. I feel so much better. I've never been strong or special at all, really. So I don't blame anyone for forgetting about me or leaving me behind. I'll find a way back.
You're always like this, Kachina. Now's not the time to... I don't know what lies the Abyss has been feeding you, but I'll tell you something right now. You're a victor of the Night Warden Wars, a hero of NATLAN. All you need to do is wait for us to rescue you, and you'll get all the applause and
I'm really scared. Still, I don't want you to put yourselves in danger because...
All you need to do is place your trust in us. Just like no one fights alone. We're not leaving you behind.
Yeah, we're so close,
Looks like we've lost contact. Now comes the most dangerous part. This entrance to the Night Kingdom was left behind after an abyssal invasion. Even a brief amount of time and...
I know.
Alright, then I wish you all the best. I'll tell Koichi to be ready just in case. She's very experienced in that face you just made. Don't tell me you two got into another argument.
No, I just...
I'll go with them too, Archon. The more people, the stronger. Thank you so much for your help, everyone. It really means a lot that you're willing to brave these dangers with me.
Now that I've lost my power, I won't be able to provide much Eon-san. I know it's unlikely, but if you encounter a situation you can't...
That won't happen.
I hope not. Be careful out there.
down!
So we're underneath NATLAN?
That's because in the distant past, NATLAN was home to an incredibly advanced civilization. Humans only established their own society after the fall of the dragons.
So these are Saurian ruins? Wait, you mean like the elemental sovereigns?
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have survived. These ruins have been abandoned for a long time.
So what you're saying?
No, it's going to be
It's the pre-adventure excitement.
Of course. I'm eager to get started.
Then let's go. We won't.
There is no escape!
Seems like the road ends here. How should we get across?
As a professional trainer, I think you could stand to build up your endurance, Paimon.
Professional trainer? Paimon thought you were a warrior from the Collective of Planning.
Well, that goes without saying. But I actually work as a sports coach. I provide professional guidance for many of NATLAN's popular sports. And I don't just mean physical training. I design nutrition plans as well.
Ah, so basically no sugar, no soft drinks, no grilled meat.
Yeah, we'll be here all day if you list them out one by one. It's much faster to just focus on what's good for you.
Such as?
Vegetable juice. Want some?
You know, Yan-san, Paimon feels like the two of us might not see eye to eye. Those guys look familiar.
We've fought them before. Let's go. Show no mercy.
Shine down! Quietly now. Adventure time! Let's light it up! Game's up. Fun's over. Gotcha. Everybody stand back! Torn to oblivion! Busted! Illusion shattered! There is no escape!
Oh, the place we need to go seems really high up.
Quietly now. I swear by my sword! Illusion shattered! Going in! Things are about to get dicey. Now you shall perish!
climb up, and we'll be there. Nothing to it.
Easy for you to say.
This must be the entrance the Pyro Archon told us about.
Yes. There's some...
We actually... Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself up. Hey! You don't have to drag Paimon! You're pulling too hard!
Looks like we made it. This is the... It looks so... That overflow of energy is probably what trapped Kachini.
From this point forward, everything we know about the real world no longer applies.
Paimon's more worried about how we're gonna make it out. Yeah,
Do you see that patch of light on the ground?
oh yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there?
Just like I said, if this was the real world, we'd have to climb our way back up to...
That's it? You really think that little of...
So that means all we need to do is find...
Exactly. This...
Yeah.
Those are all manifestations of abyssal power.
Ghost! A talking ghost!
Calm down, I'm here to help. You're the ones who helped Vichama. Yes, I'm Vichama's friend, Malco. It's like it was seeking me out. I'm sorry I can only appear before you.
No. We should be the ones apologizing. But we had to destroy it. Otherwise,
Of course. Thank you for protecting him. Under the power of the stone, it felt like our souls... Turns out even our regrets were exactly the same.
Whether in triumph or death.
Exactly. That may not be in the cards for us, but it's not... You're looking for a young girl from the Children of Echoes, right? I'd like to help her while I'm still in this form, so be careful. This place...
Paimon didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
It's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
Ouch!
Quick, get back here! No wonder. Stick close to me. My power will be able to ward off attacks for the time being.
Wait, hear me.
I won't be able to keep this up. Let's try another route. This way. Not good. More monsters.
We shouldn't waste our time on them.
I'm going in! There is no escape!
Oh, Paimon can't see anything!
It's easy to get lost here. Just stick close.
Did you hear that? What? Never mind.
Don't scare Paimon!
I heard it too.
What did it say?
It doesn't matter.
Paimon just heard it too! Let's keep going. Paimon wants to get out of this place!
We're here, Kachina! Oh, honey? Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of these Good idea. Let's...
Spin to win!
Illusion shattered! Quietly now.
Let's go, Squirrely! Get back!
Let's light it up! Gotcha.
You're here! You're finally here! Thank you so much! That monster can appear from anywhere! The YF's power helped keep me hidden, so... Had a girl. You did so...
Should we start heading back then?
Actually, I have a request. I can't exactly put it into words, but... something's wrong with the Ode of Resurrect. That was the Pyro Archon's theory as well. Everything we've seen here...
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles representing the Wyab of each tribe. You can think of them like the body of each Wyab. Additional totem poles, like the ones around here, serve as proxies to which the Wyab... There are countless proxies scattered around the Night Kingdom. Through them, the Wyab can extend their... But if a proxy were to become severely contaminated...
Judging by the current situation, I don't think we're dealing with just one contaminated proxy. Even if we could drive back the abyssal power from... Still, we can't just leave...
I agree. We might even manage to draw out the monster. Getting rid of the monster might slow down the deterioration.
Kachina? What's... Nothing.
Maybe we really should leave.
No, I'm from just up ahead. Listen to me, Kachina. You don't have anything to prove. All right. The sooner we get...
We've already come all this way.
Let's go. This way.
I'll stay here and try to stall the Abyss monster.
All by yourself? That...
It's all right. I may not be as... I don't have much time left. So go.
Thank you forever. You're a true hero.
No.
Does your head still hurt? Let me help you walk. I'm fine. You should know I'm made of stronger stuff than that. Wyab! I'm back! My friends and I are here to heal you. Wyab? So we were right. The contamination is already... Alright, get ready, everyone. Time to purge the abyssal energy from this place.
Careful. We've got company.
Already?
You really think that pure soul could slow me down? Courage in the face of futility is pure folly. You tried to get in my way. You would have dispersed with or without me. You may have defeated others of my kind in the past, but underestimate me now. No. The power of the Abyss is intoxicating. The destruction it seeks captivates like a masterful work of art. I thought this naive little girl was an exception, but that is the tragedy of your short lives. Ancient names, pride, friend. The Pyro Archon created those grandiose ideals out of pure selfishness. Don't believe me? Then ask yourself, why is the Pyro Archon strong beyond measure, while you, Kachina...
Kachina! Give me your hand. Feel that?
Thanks, Milani, because I'm not
You're right. But you also couldn't...
What?
The courage we have to stand before you and not back. The power lies not, but in our commitment to a... Well said!
Let's go, Kachina. It shouldn't take more than 2 of us to handle an enemy like this.
Sorry in advance.
There aren't many in NATLAN.
From the ash to make the world anew.
Right here!
With the flames of resistance.
Drilling down! Check this out! Let's ride!
How brightly burns the truth!
Right here!
From on high! A glimpse of the future!
Carving waves! We won! We actually won! That's what he gets for Fantastic work, Kachina! Absolutely, this makes me so... I'm happy too, Moalani! Together we really are unstoppable!
Huh? My ancient name is... glowing?
It's probably a projection from the real world. But that...
Wait, does that...
That was a bold move, diving headfirst into the fire to save your friend, especially in a place so overrun with abyssal corruption. Still, seeing you pull it off, everything you said was exactly right. As isolated, it took years' worth of scars and lots of unnecessary... The Pyro Archon's plan will unite us as one. Everyone has a part to play. Only then will we have the power to defeat the strongest of foes. Tupac, a warrior from the people of the Springs. I fought against the Abyss during the invasion 500 years ago.
I've heard that name before. You were the giant who saved all of NATLAN.
Since you were able to awaken my words from your ancient name, that means you have fought under the name Umoja. You shall unite the tribes, and...
Me?
As long as blood still runs through your veins, its blaze will become one with our vision for NATLAN. Even amid everlasting darkness, our bonds remain eternal.
What's wrong, Mom?
So that's what happened.
What do you mean?
500 years ago, They foresaw the very crisis we're facing now.
We can go over the details once we get back. I know bits and pieces, but I had no idea Mualani...
This sounds like something that's going to need a lot of explaining. Okay, that should be enough. Why up? Why up? Can you hear me?
I hear your voice, Kachina, my dear child.
Great. Well then, I was going to ask. I'll keep searching within myself for...
You are already an out...
Huh?
You are all my most beloved children. Your ancient name is just that. A name. Much like your... Focus on who you want to be. You, the story of your ancient... It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan move another step toward... Go now, my children.
I know we've never met before, Wyatt. Thank you for encouraging Kachina.
Whoa! What's going on?
We're out of time. It's the power of the Abyss. Quick, we need...
It's a Sealy! The Sealy opened the way for us!
You've done well. Now come home.
We're back! The Pyro Archon saved us.
But she's not here. Yeah, didn't she say
She's still in the speaker's chamber. What we...
So you're saying her...
Every great display of power... You must feel terrible, Kachina. Let's get back to the stadium.
I recommend getting a...
Paimon feels okay. What about you, Traveler?
Right. Let's get going. We need to share... Right. I'll let her explain every move.
Huh. There's a lot less stuff here than before.
It's good to see you all here in one piece. I know you must have a lot of questions, but
Thank goodness you made it back. Take a seat, everybody. All right. I have to say, though,
He always has been special like that. He can even
Given the current situation, that ability will...
Of course.
Thank you, Koichi.
All right, all right. Just give it time.
Yeah.
All right. There's so much to discuss, I'll get straight to the point. NATLAN is on the verge of destruction.
Huh? No.
That's right. But I've only ever disclosed that our looming destruction is not a recent development, but the...
Mulani told us a little bit about...
500 years ago. All the nations of Teyvat weren't unlike the other nations. NATLAN never had stable and deep-rooted ley lines, so the battle against the Abyss was exceedingly long and brutal. In the end, even then, it took centuries, and still, this is but a super... The problems plaguing the Night Kingdom are all the more complicated because that realm is essentially functioning as NATLAN's lake. Immediately after the war, our calculations estimated that we would have a maximum of 500 years before... But at that time, we were a nation of the destitute. Our civilization was dying if we didn't bring the nation back. So, the Archon had a long and involved...
So that's what happened. After finding Kachina, I encountered... Since the plan was mentioned in those memories, but there's still something I don't understand. Those
Huh? But that doesn't make any sense! The pyro...
That's right. The hardest thing for humans, a god can extend a human's life by using a certain amount of divine power. But, as we all know, NATLAN doesn't have gods like that. A human life is like a flame. Death only by dying before my time could I have the chance.
So, in other words, this is your...
Yes. We only managed to defeat the Abyss all those years ago because the tribes came. If the NATLAN of the future was to have a fighting chance, the Pyro Archons that came after the war had to rebuild the decimated... The goal was to reunite the people, and once a tribe was back to its full strength, the tribe's Wyab would select the Chosen would then stand by my side in defense of our name.
So that means...
That's right. You bear the ancient name Umoja. The same one held by the hero from your tribe after your adventure in the Night Kingdom. I trust...
So in other words...
Yes. According to the plan, each tribe was supposed to have been... The 6 heroes successfully inherited the ancient names from 500 years ago, but the intel regarding... Once again, it comes down to the deterioration of the Night Kingdom.
Just like how the Ode of Resurrection failed...
Exactly. It's just another tactic if we want to unblock that information from being passed on, my presence alone... So, I've tried my best to help. Currently, Shalonin of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Diansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged by their names. During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your Wayab Mualani. In the process, you gained the memories stored within your...
But we have less than a year?
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start... That's also why I haven't been able to take action.
But if you knew this whole time, why didn't you just tell me about my role in all this?
Perhaps, but the opposite could also be true. Knowing your just like your determination to save Kachina.
So I suppose you're not going to tell us who the...
That's right. Their time is yet to come. Putting pressure on them beforehand, I can only trust in the judgment. I have never believed I could solve this crisis. NATLAN's salvation lies not in its Archon. You're quite perceptive, aren't you?
Huh? Oh, right!
Even though I sacrificed my power, I still need... After all, I was the one who allowed you to take that risk. And Mualani, in addition to their sentimental value, the items...
Fuel?
Yes. The stories embodied by those items, over time, they became imbued with a certain amount of on their own. Each item's power is limited. By burning those items, I was able to act. It was a rather crude approach.
But weren't they all precious?
That's exactly why I dragged you all here. No matter what.
You have nothing to be sorry for. You all, and then it would all. Besides, when those heroes entrusted their belongings to me, if they knew those items helped save...
Even when you put it...
the people and the events of the past, if you still have regret, your deeds will become new.
Well, we...
Now that Kachina, and we can all use the rest. Try not to let it get... All right.
When I was young, I used to sit by the hot springs and listen to the stories of warriors from all over NATLAN. They attract people from all walks of life. The people of the springs have never claimed the hot springs as their own private property. It's been really nice seeing the children of my tribe get older. I've witnessed their energy, their determination. Even when they cause trouble, I never managed to hold on to my anger for long. I'm certain Mualani will become a great warrior when she grows up. One day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the children. So, you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
Our nation is engulfed in darkness. Our tribes stand divided, and yet you promised the Abyss is a cunning enemy. One that I faced in battle many times. My rage will never know absolution, and my power will no longer aid you in victory. But you came to me because you knew you could convince me with just a single sentence. I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember to... Otherwise, rest assured, I'll find a way to collect the debt. For NATLAN.
So, you're gonna head 500 years in the future to surface the Pyro Archon again? But what about the you from right now? You're just gonna die?
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. We will do everything we can to rebuild the tribes, even across time.
Yeah, Mom's right. Oh, seriously though.
I imagine he didn't know what to say. Just remember, no matter what happens in the future, we will always love you.
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something. There has to be a way for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it. So, don't forget about me.
If that's your decision, you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For NATLAN!
No one fights alone.
The rules are my legacy. They shall grant us the strength to overcome the next tragedy.
War forged the 6 tribes, taught us how to fight, instilled in us what it means to love.
Who will be the one to bring this to an end?
We are those who grew alongside those who forged our own. That is NATLAN's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
You here for the victory feast?
Oh, no. I knew Chaska would be here, so I just came to deliver some medicine. It's not that I don't want to celebrate Kachina.
Ah, well, you two...
She didn't cause any trouble.
Yeah, she was super helpful.
That's good. That's all.
Is there a reason you asked?
Maybe it seemed unreasonable, picking that fight with her before you... Her impulse to fight is extremely strong. Her mental strength helps her rein it in, but she still loses control.
So what you're saying is...
Okay, so maybe it sounds a little... Anyway, I'm just glad you were able to make it back safe and sound. That's all I want.
What? Did you really have...
No way. Chaska never opens up. I appreciate the... Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Huh. Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind their art? In the end, it's all the...
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina!
Well done.
I always knew you could do it.
You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to abandon your...
I had no choice. My friend didn't...
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to get ahead?
I wasn't, I swear. When he insisted on repaying the favor...
But the fact of the matter is that after your departure, everyone...
I'm really sorry, Kachina. It was wrong of...
It's amazing that you still made it.
So,
Our team captain drank too much the night before the competition and turned up...
Serves you all right.
Alright. There's no, dear friend, firstly, I'm grateful to this traveler and his companion Paimon. They've agreed to and let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Dion-san. They all helped the trap. They too deserve to be called our heroes. So...
Well said!
I'll drink to that. To be honest... Well, you better get used to it! Hey, please...
You're here.
How did you know? That's...
You look like you've still got questions. Ask away. Because the thought of telling them, abandon your families and everyone you love, and you could just as easily point out that everything in this world would come to an end eventually. Imagine if I said, let's leave right now and go save the sun because it'll flame out in a few million. I couldn't make them shoulder that burden. Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. Or, of course, without me. But since I was the one who...
I'm suddenly remembering that portrait in your room.
Yes, it was. So when you asked me, from what I've been able to piece together, I can conclude with a reasonable degree of confidence she played an instrumental role in rebuilding the scions of the Canopy tribe, designing and... Still, it was an impressive achievement. You feel loss keenly. It seems to stir up feelings of regret. This is a war, and there can be no war without loss. The people of NATLAN look to me as their Archon, and the weight of their
Yeah, doesn't that mean the...
I suppose, but so what? Don't forget, time takes... Even if the future ends in destruction, and it's precisely because we humans cannot know our fate. This is a pivotal moment. Well, 3, to be precise. There's one for your resistance. If you agree to join us, you will not only gain my...
Ancient names?
They can. Several strict conditions must... Possessing an ancient name would mean that your adventures in NATLAN, the Ode of Resurrection, may have temporarily lost its power. Just like in the Night Kingdom, I will be there for you. That is a promise I will fulfill at all costs.
Yeah, we can't just ignore...
Wonderful. Then I'll reach out to Shilon and... We never forged an ancient name for an Outlander.
My lord, we've received word that the Pyro Archon has lost much of her power. Although your injury complicates things, this is most certainly the opportune time to seize the Gnosis.
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have never taken advantage of an opponent in a time of weakness. As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. She simply chose not to. You don't have much time.
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn. You